right, what are we
Episode
doing?
63.
Mhm.
So, like I just said to Katie off camera, um, I don't want, I didn't want to have, I feel like some of our topics in the past
Mhm.
have been kind of
Downers?
downers.
Okay.
Even though those things exist and they should be talked about because
Mhm.
they're important. Um, when you talk about those things too much, it kind of starts to affect you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's the stuff that you ingest that starts to it really does start to affect you. You know, like when we were talking last week about how I watched two Datelines back to back, right?
Yeah.
They're both good ones, but you really need to balance that stuff
Mhm.
with other stuff. And
Mhm.
because you can't always be having, you shouldn't. I just said to myself the other day as I was thinking about something,
Mhm.
and I'm like, my life has been too serious lately.
Okay.
It has been. It's been too serious, but it's not like it's fully within my control that it has to be that way right now. Like,
Gotcha.
my
Mhm.
job is ending in a week.
Yeah.
Through no fault of my own, by the way, people. I did not get fired.
Mhm.
This is the new trend of RTO,
Mhm.
when I was never in office to begin with. But, you know, and so that has been, and I've known that for 2 years this was going to happen, right?
Mhm.
Because they made the announcement 2 years ago. And those 2 years flew by. And it's something that's on my mind every day.
Ugh.
And it's almost like now that we're a week out from it, it's almost a relief.
I was gonna say, I bet.
It's almost a relief to have it be over. And even though I don't have, a new job yet, and I don't want to make this all about me, because I know there are a ton of people in the United States right now who are dealing with this.
Mhm.
And the job market is horrendous. So it starts to take over your mood, I guess is the
Mhm.
best way to put it. It takes over your
Mhm.
mood. So that I think we mentioned this one time before. If your mood's affected by something else, okay? So this chronic cloud of unemployment being over my head,
Mhm.
it starts to affect how you react to everything else,
It does.
okay? So, you know, I'm worried about the job thing, um, which kind of puts me almost in a negative place. And then that negativity, it like coats everything else, right? Like
It does.
it
Yeah.
does. And like the situation I told you about this past week,
Mhm.
immediate negativity on my part,
Mhm. Mhm.
immediate negativity. And and then I was like, okay, well, hold on. There are other ways to look at this.
Mhm.
And I've tried to do the whole like with the job thing. Why is this happening for me and not to me? Hey, well, that only works in some situations because I have a fucking mortgage to pay. Okay. So,
Yeah.
like, that's when it gets a little bit more real.
Mhm.
So, what I wanted to talk about today
Mhm.
is, I read a lot of articles. Oh, beautiful butterfly outside. I read a lot of articles. One of my favorite things is BuzzFeed, where they round up all the best, like funniest tweets from women this week, funniest tweets about pets, like, and they're great to read because that's the positive part, right?
Right.
That's the positive part. And they'll do ones that are like 22 of the most wholesome posts from this week. So like the world's not a total dumpster fire all the time. And the media that we get, the news, obviously the ongoing reporting about Iran and, I mean, basically people were at war. I, I don't know why they keep saying like
The in and
whatever.
out of the deployments that are happening here is ridiculous. Yeah.
I'm sure. And, so there's this constant barrage of, Iran, the cyclospora outbreak, people are sitting, like, and it seems like it's everywhere. And it gives you this impression that we're in this shit show and that people are walking around every day just absolutely depressed, down, like, struggling. There is a lot of economic struggling. There's a lot of that going on. Okay. These are all real things. And I'm not getting political about it. This is our current reality.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever caused it. It is our current reality. So,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what is a great cure for that? If
Are we
anybody's
making
interested.
Manhattans? What?
Huh?
I said, are we making Manhattans? What?
Huh. Besides that. One of my favorite things to do is when I get in these moods, okay?
What?
Real simple.
Hmm.
And you're gonna agree with us.
Okay.
There's a couple of people I follow on YouTube,
Okay.
right? That I've come across, maybe because their thing was on the side of something I was watching, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever hear of twins, the new trend?
No.
Okay. They are two twin brothers.
Do you want me to pull it up?
You can if you want.
I can.
They're two twin brothers
Okay.
who, and they're probably, when they started their channel, they were probably early 20s, maybe even late teens. Okay.
Okay.
What they do is people send them songs, and they're songs they've never heard of before. And they bring them up on YouTube and they film themselves reacting to it. They went viral. This is how they got kind of big, for their reaction to In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Okay.
That's the one that so we all know that song, right? It's slow. It's,
Oh, they were pretty young in this. Okay, I see it.
yeah. And I don't know if people are familiar with In the Air Tonight, what that song is actually about.
Go ahead and tell them.
Okay, maybe Phil Collins wrote In the Air Tonight. And I read this a long time ago about, he saw, I don't think he knew what he was seeing at the time, but he saw someone let someone else drown.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
And I think I would have to look it up again to remember, because I don't think Phil Collins would let someone die either. But I think that the person was already kind of past the point of, but that's what that song is about. So if you listen to the lyrics,
Not what it's about.
it's not. What's it
No,
about?
sorry. So the urban myth is that Collins witnessed a drowning man who could have been saved, but Collins came forward and said that's not true.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, okay, cancel. Take it back.
Okay, but
So,
it is about the tumultuous divorce between he and his wife, and the raw anger and emotional turmoil during his painful divorce with his first wife.
Lord. Okay. Well, twins, the new trend, to get back on the happy track.
Mm-hmm.
Their reaction went viral. And they are a delight to watch. They're an absolute delight to watch. Like, somebody sent them Jolene.
Yeah.
By Dolly Parton, obviously. And they listen to it and they're completely into it. And at like the end, they both go, okay, Jolene. And they have had some of the best reactions. I love watching them. If you are in a bad
Let me
mood,
see if I can find a montage.
oh, yeah. I mean, there might be.
Going. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so another one that I love.
Yeah.
is Step to the Mic.
All right. What's that?
Ever seen that on YouTube? Okay, it's a guy named Mike Minnelli, and he's
Mhm.
outside, and random people off the street come over to him, and he's like, "You want to step to the mic?" And they're like, "Yeah." And so then he starts a song, they finish it. This is what brings me great joy.
Okay.
Okay. Everyday people out on the street having fantastic voices, like
Yeah.
just fantastic
Yeah. There's a
voices.
lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Mhm.
And so you watch Step to the Mic, and he seems to do the same few songs. I'm not super familiar with a lot of them.
Mhm.
And these people, they blow you away. Okay. And I'm also a total, and I have a point. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm also a huge fan of Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, American Idol, Voice. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. I will go on YouTube and I will watch like a hour-long video of the best golden buzzer moments and like America's Got
Oh,
Talent.
Ellen, all of this, you're just so wholesome. You just want to see people do, yes.
Well, because here's the thing, and this is my point, and this goes along with, I also want to talk about, okay, I'm going to mention another thing. The amount of incredible stories coming out of the World Cup fans. Okay. We've
Mhm.
all, okay. What do they call it? The great international sleepover.
Okay.
I saw one tweet. I'm not on Twitter or X, what the hell it's called. These are my BuzzFeed roundups that said the World Cup is like an international sleepover with cousins whose parents don't get along. Like that's what they called. But just these incredible stories, the friendships that have formed, the teams that are playing each other, and they are comforting fans who are on the losing team. Amazing stories.
Hmm.
Because you know what this tells me? In our shitty climate,
That there's
shitty,
humanity.
that people do want good for each other.
Hmm.
People do. And those can be like complete strangers. I know it's happening. But so, because I read those stories, and I'll tell you what, there was a German tourist who was in Boston for Germany's game, right?
Hmm.
And he got interviewed. Um, Probably because he had made a post or something, and then somehow they tracked him down. They want to interview him.
Okay.
And he said, um, he goes, I was afraid to come here.
Oh.
He's like, I wanted to come to see Germany play. He's like, but I was afraid to come here. He's like, because the news about the United States is
Yeah.
mass shootings,
Yeah.
right? Um, Homelessness,
Yeah.
um, any other ills that are probably reported on, about us in other countries. Who even knows? I would love to see it. And he said he came here and he was so blown away because it's not like that.
Yeah.
He's like, people are oh, and that Americans are like mean. We're mean, right? He's like, people are friendly. He's like,
Mm.
people are nice. He's like, total strangers.
Yeah.
Like he's like, and the city's beautiful, and and he said he got lost one night. Like he must have, maybe he was walking or something in Boston, and lost his way, and was trying to get back to his hotel. And this car full of people who are local like pulled over. They're like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "I'm lost. Like I don't know." They gave him a ride in the
Hmm.
car, right? They
Hmm.
gave him a ride to his hotel. So he actually, of course, I'm very emotional about it because I'm very emotional all the time. He broke down in tears.
Hmm. Hmm.
So here's the thing. This is I urge people to watch, like, seriously, the amount of like support and what's the like cheering people on that
Encouragement,
happens,
celebration.
encouragement
Mm-hmm.
in these shows, it's incredible. It really is. And these are people that don't know these people and they're rooting for them. And if the story is heart-wrenching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ever do watch, I think yeah, it was America's Got Talent.
Okay.
And it's in one of the montages that goes around because there's a lot of them.
Okay.
But it was a contestant named Cody Lee.
Okay.
And I think it's spelled Kodi Lee, right?
Right.
He was autistic and blind.
Okay.
His mother leads him out. Um, and of course they recognize that, and she's like, he's autistic and he's blind. She's like, but he has a real love of music. And you can sometimes see the judges be like, oh boy,
Right.
like, you know, maybe his family thinks so, but and so she leads him to the piano and she sits him down because he
Mm-hmm.
plays the piano.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He taught himself. And so, it's super silent. You could hear like a pin drop. They will pan the audience, and sometimes you can see a look on their face like, oh, like, please, 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 please. And so he sings, I don't know the actual title. It's a John Legend song.
Okay.
He sang it better than John Legend. And you see just like the audience erupt, because this is what people do want for people.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important that that's recognized,
Mm-hmm.
because even though I'm not crying because I'm sad, it is so um just like touching to me.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
really is. It's touching. And the audience, freaked out, the coaches freaked out.
Yeah.
Um, and it's kind of one of the I guess maybe what I don't know makes it special is you want to see someone succeed,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? You want to see them win. Like win, not a trophy, like a win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's this guy, he can't even see the audience. He can hear them,
Mm-hmm.
but he can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't see their reactions.
Right.
I just think that that's so great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's what I'm talking about. And then this one that always makes me laugh, and I just watched it last night. I do other things with my time. I'm not constantly watching America's Got Talent reruns, but like this one girl comes out with her little brother. He's teeny. She's probably 19. He's 4.
Okay.
And they said, and he's severe, they said he'll never be able to communicate with
Okay.
people. And so she took that as a challenge.
Okay.
And she taught him sign language.
Okay.
And so she's kind of giving like the story. And she was like, I didn't want that to be his life. And I knew he was capable. And he's slightly verbal. He's slightly verbal.
Okay.
Um, and she was like, but I knew he could do it. I knew he could do it. Right. And she was there to sing a song, but a whole group of people came,
I'm trying to
with
find it, but that
very,
one's harder to find. Yeah, go ahead.
well, the song that they sing is This Is Me. So that might help.
And is it on America's Got Talent?
That's an America's Got Talent one. And so, but the great thing is when the sister says, I love this part. The sister says, oh, I thought he was more capable, right? Like I thought he could do it. I really did. This
Okay.
lady in the audience goes, yes, that is what sisters do. And I was like, do you see how invested these people are? Do you see how involved they are? Do you see how like people, we don't want this bullshit all the time, right?
Mhm.
Like we don't, if anything, predominantly, people want good for other people.
Mhm.
They do. And it's like almost like our media is convincing us to be like at odds with each other. And that's not true.
They
And
do.
you see it
Yeah.
every day. You see it all the time. I mean, like, when my kids roll their eyes and make fun of me because I talk to strangers in grocery stores, and I'm like, those are some of the best conversations I've ever had.
Mhm.
Okay. Like people do want to do. The sad thing is, it seems like the good that's being done is not what's in the majority of what we get.
It never has been.
I mean, like, okay, the national news. Okay.
Mhm.
Channel 4, well, CBS, whatever. Very, very end of the broadcast. I think all three of them do this now, right? Heart of America, or, the good
But no,
stuff.
wait, let me read them to you. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. The top news headlines today. Ready?
Okay. Hit me.
The US launched additional airstrikes um, in the Gulf as global oil prices surge past $100 a barrel. President Trump moved forward with a broad wave of new tariffs. The Justice Department agreed to withdraw subpoenas targeting New York Times journalists under pressure from a federal judge. At least that's something. Extreme heat dome, a massive, powerful heat dome is building across the central US, threatening record-breaking temperatures. And in addition, we've had to recall 1.9 million dozen eggs because they're full of salmonella and people are getting real sick.
Oh, I didn't read that one. That's a new one. So
And
now,
there's
like,
nothing
no,
on there that's positive at all. That's just our, top five.
see, like,
Yep.
that's why there's I don't want to say outlets, but there are, like, I get an email once a week that's nothing but
This
nice
is why
news.
I avoid it. This is
Yeah.
why, yeah, and that's why, and I'm afraid that it's going to affect my algorithm because I work because I looked up the
Right.
national news.
Right.
But I have to say
Um,
something. You
yes.
pointed out all these wonderful things that you watch that makes you so happy and makes you laugh and makes you feel joy. And I feel like a very small, not a terrible person. I have a tendency to watch people videos of people being scared or being pranked because they make real funny faces and they jump and everything. And it makes people do real funny things when they're scared.
Well, I did go through a phase of watching this guy on YouTube that posts body worn camera footage of like DWI arrests. And then I was like, this isn't good either.
It's no,
But
it's probably
sometimes,
not.
well, because it's amazing the conditions some of these people will drive in.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
And,
It is
and the ongoing thing is that people
crazy.
are that why do they think that they can hide this? They're always like, I'm fine.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the ones that are really tanked, like really, really, really tanked,
Like, yeah.
do some. I mean, and the guy whose channel is, his name is Josh Prime. And he'll narrate in the beginning. Sometimes he pauses it and he'll be like, this person is, I mean, but you wouldn't believe it. I mean, 22-year-old girl, absolutely out of her mind, right? Like, crossed the median, hit a telephone pole, doesn't even realize she hit a telephone pole, right? Like
Uh,
stuff like that. They come to the scene and it happens every time. The police like pull up and the person gets out of the car. They're like, get back in the car every time. And then the person's like, no, no, let me talk to you, and they're like, oh my God.
no,
And
or they're like, but I mean, get fun recording you. I need your number. What's your badge number?
What's your badge number and your name?
Mhm.
But like some of these younger ladies have like propositioned the cops.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, and it's
Oh,
all on
that's,
the
I
dot.
think
It's
that's a
all
whole nother charge, right?
all on the
Yeah.
side. It should be, and
Yeah.
because sometimes some really funny stuff happens. Like this one girl was absolutely out of her mind, right? And she said something to the cop like, "Hey, you know, maybe this could all go away if you like," and he was like, honey, not in a million years. Not in a million. But it's so I watched that for a while. Okay, now that did not have a negative impact on my psyche because it was actually luckily nobody got hurt in any of these.
Yeah.
But it was actually kind of entertaining just to see, well, sometimes the cops' reactions. I mean, sometimes they're full on laughing because they can't get over that this person's like behind the wheel. Like they're like, and then if they're combative and they won't get in the cop car, oh my God, like it is an absolute great. Some of these women can really fight a cop. And they'll be like wasted in like a bikini. And they're going full like
And they don't know why they're in a
like
bikini, right?
full boxing. Like it's crazy. But so I have realized that I need, not that I don't have positivity in my life. I have great friends, blah, 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 all that stuff. But it's what like I do watch the national news every night because I do want to be informed.
Yeah.
And then when it's over, I'm like, yeah, I probably could
Yeah.
have skipped that, right?
Mhm.
I want to know what's going on in the world,
I know. I know.
but
You know what's really disturbing too? And I think one of the things is I don't need the imagery. I don't need the things that they
right.
show. And then they play it like over and over and over and over again. I'm like, I don't need to see that. Even that guy getting hit by that buffalo and
Bison.
being bison and being thrown into the air. That caught my breath. And then they just keep throwing it at you over and over and over again. And I'm like, I'm afraid to open up the news because I'm going to see something like that. I'm just like, I don't need to see that.
And the thing is, that's the thing. You can selectively curate
Hmm.
what you ingest. I
And
could
I do.
decide,
Hmm.
yep,
Yeah.
I could decide not to watch the national news anymore.
Yep.
I could fill my day with America's Got Talent reruns. Like
Hmm.
it, I do think we have a negative trending media
Hmm.
in our country.
Do.
Um, and there's so much good out there. And those are not the things that gets reported on
Hmm.
unless you get some niche, outlet like Nice News, right?
You have to
Who
search for
probably,
it. You can find it,
yeah,
but you have to search for it. It's not like I just did today's national highlighted news and that's what came up. You're not going to get the good news. Actually, let's do that. National good news headlines. Let's see what comes up.
hopefully
Good,
something comes up.
the Good News Network.
See?
Um, well, that doesn't look legit.
Well, there's
Oh, in the
Jimothy,
US.
Jimothy the raccoon in Seattle.
Oh, I love Jimothy. Okay. Kansas City cop won't stop until he finds a stolen e-bike for a cancer patient. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Um, Maine counts over 20 million river herring during annual run, the highest in decades. That's a good sign.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Let's see. Rare 1776 Declaration of Independence discovered by National Archives in UK, one of only 11 known to survive. That's cool.
Amazing.
How about
Amazing.
this? 250,000 N95 respirators headed to California as California group eases Ebola strain on health system. Okay, so they're sending stuff. Thousands donate to help Nebraska ranchers who couldn't feed their herds after wildfires. Just tons of hay just being shipped to Nebraska right now
Okay.
to feed the critters. Yeah, so you do have to You
have to
have to,
search for it.
you have to make the effort. In the meantime, I think that we should watch because now we have to watch it.
What, Cody
Because
Lee?
no,
Oh, what?
and my entire screen. Okay, you see my
Oh,
screen?
is it gonna be people getting scared?
Yeah.
God damn. Oh my God, that would scare the
Look at the dog.
Oh my, holy. Oh, don't scare a woman that age. She could have a heart attack. Look at her. That's horrible.
Well, I mean, some of them are staged. I mean, some of them are staged.
Oh, and that's another thing, right? Like
Where you
there
gotta make
are some,
I
yeah.
think it's funny when, because it really puts people in fight or flight. I think it's the funny, I mean, I think people ask for it when they get hit.
Well, then when the dad scared the kid and dog came in, the kid's like, "You're
Yes.
stupid." You have to be careful with stuff like,
Oh yeah,
like,
then the dog might go after you or
you
something.
don't
That's
know what the consequence is going to be. Like if they, like you said, like if they're in the fight response,
Mhm.
they knock you out.
Knock you out.
I get it. And people do stage stuff.
Yeah, they do.
People do. And but then you ask why? Okay, the people would be like, oh, to get clicks, to get clicks. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but is it also maybe to make people laugh?
Just make people laugh. Yeah.
Is it also to make people laugh? I
Mhm.
mean, if you go an entire day without laughing at something,
Mhm.
that's a bad day.
Yeah, it's really interesting, right? Don't you see sometimes like you laugh really hard about something and then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't remember. And then
The
your
last
body
time I
goes, I
laughed
don't
like
remember the
that.
last time I did that. Yeah. Hmm.
Mhm, mhm. I
Yeah.
watched this thing the other day. Um, these two friends, they were celebrating the one's like 30th birthday or something.
Hmm.
They've been friends since they were like, in grade school or something. And they were like, oh my gosh, what we should do? What we should do? They're like, we should face away from each other and put our hair in like little girl pigtails and then like turn around and show each other. And so they were like, filming themselves.
Okay.
So they put the hair in the pigtails. They're like, okay, 1, 2, 3. And they turned around. They laughed so hard. Yeah, it was like the coughing, can't breathe, like wheezing type of laugh. And people in the comments were like, this is what I needed to see today. Somebody said, when was the last time I laughed like that? When was the last time I laughed like that
Hmm.
where like I could not breathe? And I remember there were times in high school. I always remembered this about Mary Lou. If we were absolutely dying laughing about something, her laugh is completely silent, right? Her mouth is open and she is lit, but it's completely silent, but tears would just run down
Yeah.
her cheeks. And
Yeah.
so she'd be like mouth open, no sound, and like
And
tears.
just waterworks. Yeah.
And we had quite a few times like that when we were, young and carefree that we laughed like that. But
Do
I
you have
wouldn't.
any, like Liz and Jack and I there's this, I don't know if I can describe it.
I'm
So
sure.
we have a few memories with the kids and stuff where it was just so free, like you can't even bring it up with there. It was early in the morning and our cat was in the litter box constipated or something, but cats get up and they do weird things, right? I mean, they can do weird
Yeah,
things.
because cats
Yeah.
are weird.
Cats are weird. And I guess Liz and I were still getting out of bed. Jack was, I think he was about 11, 12 or something. And all of a sudden, we just hear Jack, this sound came out of his mouth. It was just like, so like, we're like, what is
What the
happening?
hell?
And I slam open the door and I'm like, what's going on? And Sis just laughing. I know he's trying to describe to us. He opened up the bathroom door to see our cat basically on its hind legs coming at him like that. And it scared him because he kept saying he looks like a puppet. He looks like a puppet. And he basically was just a cat trying to get some shit out of his ass because he was, but it was the most inhuman sound that came out of Jack. He was so terrified. Again, because he was terrified, I was back there.
I don't know if the boys and I have any, I mean, I'm sure there's been times over the years, right? Yeah, where we've laughed about something. There's nothing that really stands out.
Yeah, there's
Maybe we're
certain
not that
things we
funny.
haven't, and then things that we forget that come up again too. But
Yeah, like if I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking too hard. I'm not going to be able to think about it. I'm not going to be able to think about anything.
no. Well, one of the
Um,
things M did organized one year, this was awesome. She so we sometimes we have Halloween parties, right? And
I'm sure.
so all our guests are coming in and they're all dressed up and stuff and people are coming in, they're kind of looking similar. And I'm like, well, what's going on? Right? Basically, M had everybody dress up as me in different phases of my life.
That's awesome. That is
It
awesome.
was really funny. Yeah, I mean,
That, but that's such a great idea.
it is. And I laughed so hard. I wonder if I have, but there are certain things that you can also like revisit, right? That were just
Right.
so funny and you can just think about and it makes you laugh so hard. You know?
I remember when I was in high school, early high school,
Hmm.
and I was in band and
What were you playing?
clarinet. What was I playing? I was
Clarinet.
playing the clarinet.
Okay.
And we had like we did a band exchange with this high school from York, Pennsylvania. So
Okay.
they came and stayed with us, right? Like I got a girl that stayed with
Okay.
me, Sandy, I'll never forget. And then do you remember Julie Brooks? Yeah, Julie Brooks and I were like good friends back
Yeah,
then. So
I remember
somebody
that.
stayed at her
Okay.
house, right? And these kids from the York, Pennsylvania high school, okay, York, Pennsylvania, forgive me, were so weird.
Oh,
Like, so, like, they seemed like religious, culty kind of
okay.
weird,
All right.
like,
Happens.
I don't know if it's because we seemed more sophisticated in Kenmore, New York or whatever, but like, so they came and visited us first. And then, like, 2 months later, we were going there.
Okay.
And so our bus like pulls up to the York, I don't know, Central High School or
Yeah.
whatever. And Sandy, and I'm not making fun of Sandy, I'm sure she's went on to be a wonderful person. She's standing on the curb with a sign that says, "Welcome, Ellen." And Julie Brooks and I absolutely lost our minds. Like, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard since. And I don't know I don't even know what we were laughing about. Like, it just like, but it hit us both at the same time. She was laughing so hard, she was like doubled over in the bus aisle. Everybody else on band was looking at us like,
What?
what is that? And I to this day I can't explain it. I'm
I
like,
don't
I
even
don't
know.
know what hit me
Something.
so that so funny, like hysterical, wheezing laughter. But when you feel something like that, like today I was like trying to get myself out of my doldrums over, a situation. And I was like, you ever have like you feel like your emotions are all the way up to here. And like either I need a really good cry or I need to laugh really hard.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I'm just filled up,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Like right here. Um, you feel it feels like, well, they say you feel like you have a weight on you.
Hmm.
That's how it feels. Like you feel heavy, you feel like weighed down.
Hmm.
And either like a really good cry or a really good laugh, it
Uh-huh.
completely alleviates that and like loosens it
It does.
like up again. It
Hmm.
totally does. And you know, to either they talk about like, and I really wanted to also focus on music today too, and how much music is a part of like that's why I love watching those shows. I love music. I do not come from a musically talented family,
Mhm, mhm.
obviously. Exhibit A, the clarinet. But I come from a music loving family.
Okay.
And like my father was a huge music lover, huge jazz lover. Like my mom still has all of his vinyl. And like and his all-time favorite album. This is a good one. So
Okay.
my dad was born in 1934, so he'd be 92, right? This
Okay.
is going back like this is going back to whatever. His
Mhm.
all-time favorite album, he had the LP, the tape, and the CD when it came out in CD, so he could
Okay.
listen to it in all
Yeah.
medium. Um, Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever.
Okay.
He said he's like this record's genius. Genius. He loved it.
All right.
Loved it. And I cannot hear the Bee Gees.
Oh my God.
We went and saw the Bee Gees. That was my first concert with my dad.
The Bee
Um,
Gees?
yeah, yeah. Mine was I think it was the Bee Gees. Yeah, and he took Elaine to Sean Cassidy. I remember that. But like he loves that album. He thought, I mean, he thought it was fantastic. He loved live Frank Sinatra, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The one song on a live CD that he had, I gotta think of the name of it, and I will. But there is always this because there's always this part where it starts to rev up, right? The band.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, I've got you under my skin. Live,
Okay.
whatever. This one point comes in the song. My dad would always go, listen, 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 listen to the orchestration every freaking time. And then he'd go over and he'd turn it up. Like, and it was this one part where Frank Sinatra's like, run for cover, run it high. Like, it's this great, awesome part. But like music, like when I talk about when someone's heavily emotional, whether it's happiness or whether it's sadness, all of us know a song we can play, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We have like a go-to that if you want to have a really good cry, you know what song to put on. If you
Mm-hmm.
absolutely like dance your ass off in your kitchen and blast it, you know what song to put on. And
Mm-hmm.
that is one of the reasons that I love watching. Like I think that music is such a like don't want to be cliche and say it's international language or anything like that, but like there's not one genre of music that I don't like. Like all of it, like I think music really speaks to us. That's why I think these shows like AGT well, they do other stuff, but it's mainly singing. But like
Yeah.
The Voice and American Idol,
Yeah.
and the viewership of those shows and their longevity, really, thus far. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because like music is something if I ever came across someone who said that they didn't have a musical preference or didn't really listen to it, I wouldn't trust that person. I literally would not trust that person.
Oh,
I would,
I kind of feel that way when people say they don't like animals.
right? Like, how can you
Yeah.
not? How can you? There's got to be something that speaks to you, right?
You want to hear
And
an interesting here, just
hmm,
a full circle. So The Voice.
mhm.
Guess whose son's band was on The Voice?
Mark Hunt,
Yeah, isn't that cool? And he looks so much
Elliot
like
Fleet,
his dad.
Elliot Fleetwood,
Yeah, he looks like his dad.
Elliot Fleetwood.
Yeah.
I never actually. I think that season was either almost over or he was off already. I could probably search him.
Oh, it's yeah, I'm sure it's all over online. Yeah.
I still see Mark Hunt because his family has a cottage near mine.
Oh, I actually do know that because they
Yeah,
had it there forever.
yeah. And
And when
he's a grandparent now. He's a
yes,
grandfather.
he is. Yeah, he
Mhm.
is. All
Yep.
right,
So I
now you got to
still,
see You got to
But
see, I was just thinking about that. Okay, look, you got to see this. I'll
are
show
you gonna
you.
scare someone again?
No, I'm not. I'm going to show you something. There everybody is.
Oh,
So that's Dave with a wig on and a Hawaiian shirt. And this was, there's M who started the whole thing.
right.
There's Jack doing the music thing. Mike's doing the fishing thing.
Guys,
There's Amanda doing the camping thing. Katie
you
camp.
are, that is hilarious.
Isn't that awesome? And made me
See,
laugh. I can't even keep a straight face. That's actually me right there. And I can't keep a straight face in that picture.
that is just so creative. And like, that's that we just like need more of it. Like like I let myself get completely weighed down the
Mhm.
last few days.
Mhm.
To the point where I actually got kind of mad at myself. I was yeah, like snap out of it. Like, I just, cause I was running something through my head, like over and over and over again, a situation that I could not understand, did not understand, still do not understand. And I let it take over almost. And last night I was like, no, no, and I have a karaoke machine. I can use it as my speaker, right?
Mhm.
I have a shit ton of music on my phone. An
Mhm.
absolute when you could still buy albums on Apple, but now you
Yeah,
can't anymore.
right. You had
But
to
I,
buy
I
the,
have
yeah. Hmm.
I have a ton. And I was like, man, I'm like, I need to hear Freedom 90 by George Michael. Then I need to hear Late in the Evening live in Central Park by Simon and Garfunkel, not the live version, not the other one. And like, then I got to hear Chrome Plated Heart by Melissa Etheridge. Like, I have my like go-tos for
Hmm.
sure.
Hmm.
And it got me out of it, right? It got me out of it. And so that's why there's things like music therapy
Yeah.
and art therapy. And shoot, there was an article that came across the other day that I started reading and I should have pinned it and I didn't. Why music is so effective in treating, helping people who are down or depressed or anxious or whatever. There's a certain it has to do something with the rhythm and the
Hmm.
beat and the
Oh my
timing,
gosh, there's 1,000 different, yep. Hmm.
right? That regulates your system,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Starts to regulate your system. Um, so that's why it's so important. So it's like, you know, the World Cup craziness, awesomeness that was going on,
hmm.
the prevalence of, these that people really do want to interact in positive ways and they really do want to cheer people on and they really do want good for
It's
other
true.
people,
Yeah.
even if they are strangers.
Mhm.
And then moving into like, why these music shows are so popular and why they're so viewed and again, the support, the encouragement, the cheering, like, I mean, some of these audiences will get mad at the coaches if they don't like turn around or, they don't
Oh
all say
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
They'll be
people are
like, what is
invested. People are
wrong with you?
invested. Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you? There is so much and how these positive experiences, whether it's you watching people prank people to see them lose it, or me watching the best golden buzzer moments on, America's Got Talent. Um, it's because we things are so heavy right now
Yeah.
that we need levity and we need to feel lighter. And there that is out there. And I think with so much
It is.
ingestion
You
of
have to
social
you have to
media,
choose to see it,
yes, you do.
unfortunately. But yeah.
But I mean, like, and I'm also talking to like, the younger generation that spend a lot of time on social media, whatever that vehicle they use may be. Um, Start searching out the positive stuff. Start searching out cat videos.
It'll
Okay.
show up. Yeah.
Start searching
Well,
out.
that's, I mean, my go-to is animals. I mean, all I
Right.
can't even. I mean, the
Right.
the the things that animals do, they're just so, yeah.
start searching out good music, start searching out, because there's so much there's so much crap out there,
Mhm.
and it's negative, and you can actually control what you're ingesting. And if when you keep taking in dark, 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 dark,
Yeah.
then everything's going to seem dark.
Oh, it's just the way it is. And we know that. That's not even something you're just saying. I mean, we know if we surround ourselves, I mean, it's you can see you can see it in kids. Like if
Yeah.
they have started to engage in especially, kids, I just say that because they're so porous. So it's
Right.
a good example where
Sponges.
just is, you say, why are you being such a such and such? What have you been watching? Yeah, who are you talking to?
Right. Right. Right.
know?
Right. 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 And it's possible to not pollute yourself, and to not grow up cynical or skeptical of people. I mean, have I earned some of my cynicism and skepticism? Um, yeah, but you know what? I realized, like when I said to you the other day, like I really learned something about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that, and this is normal. I'm sure this is how a lot of people are. When you get to a certain age, like mine, um, you react to situations based on your experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you're actually doing is unfairly, um, really kind of making assumptions, jumping to conclusions, and lumping one person in with all the people from the past.
Yep.
And that's not right. And it's almost impossible to stop yourself, um, because it's where you go immediately.
It's a
And
defense mechanism. Yeah.
it's a defense mechanism. And, if I was to have, if I surrounded, if I was in a generally more positive place, um, just because I'm so worried about my life right now. I mean, like,
Yeah, but you will be less quick to jump to your
right.
defense mechanisms, which are wrapped up in negative anticipatory thoughts. Yeah.
Well, you get into this, my initial reaction, okay, because I had the job situation going on, there's some other stuff, and when this situation happened, I was like, of course. Well, of course. I'm like,
Mhm.
why would I have any good? Why would anything work out? Why would,
Yeah.
why get, something to look forward to? Why get something to be happy about? Why?
Mhm.
Like, that's a bad place to be.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
That
bad
that
place to
doesn't
be.
that's not going to color anything good for you. Going to
Yeah.
stop for a minute because I have to go. But
Okay.
I do want to say, so I am cross-country road tripping next
I
week.
know. It's
We're
so
leaving
exciting.
very early tomorrow morning. Um, and then I'm no good the following week because I am booked completely because God forbid I take a week off. So I think you should do a little check-in. That's a long time. And then we should plan on the week after that together.
Okay.
Okay?
Just keep me posted. Do a
I
check-in.
will. And I know everybody will be waiting with bated breath to hear
For
back
your
from me.
return.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure I'm coming back with a truck full of recording equipment, mannequins, and maybe some Civil War swords.
Why
But
wouldn't you be?
I'm really
Makes
trying
total sense.
that those, yep, they'll definitely be in there. I'm just hoping there'll be some other things that actually, who am I to say? The kids actually are excited about this.
You can never have too many mannequins.
Yeah, well, apparently my father feels the same way. So, all right,
Well, have a
adios.
good time and be safe.
I will. I'll send you pictures.
Yeah, definitely send me pictures. I want to see. All right.
Bye.
Bye.